Sam Walton, the untold story of a retail legend. Sam Walton, the iconic founder of Walmart, is often celebrated for his pioneering vision in retail and his legacy of transforming the global marketplace. Despite the widespread admiration, Walton's career and personal life have not been without controversy and intrigue. This video delves into 10 of the most scandalous, shocking, and fascinating facts about Sam Walton, revealing a complex figure behind the corporate giant. Fact number 1. Early life, shaping a retail mogul. Sam Walton's childhood and early adulthood were deeply influenced by the economic and social challenges of the Great Depression. Born in 1918 in Kingfisher, Oklahoma, Walton was the eldest son in a family that moved frequently, chasing better opportunities throughout Missouri. These formative years were marked by frugality and hard work, qualities that would later define Walton's approach to business. From a young age, Sam engaged in entrepreneurial ventures, like selling surplus milk and delivering newspapers, which taught him the value of money and the importance of hard work. Walton's education at the University of Missouri, where he earned an economics degree, was also self-financed through various jobs, highlighting his commitment to self-reliance and his entrepreneurial spirit. After college, Walton's entry into the retail industry began with a management trainee position at J.C. Penney, where he gained invaluable experience in retail operations and customer service. These early experiences not only equipped Walton with essential skills but also shaped his future business strategies, laying the groundwork for what would become the Walmart empire. Number 2. Early exploitation of loopholes. In the transformative years of the 1950s, Sam Walton, a burgeoning retailer in Bentonville, Arkansas, demonstrated his business acumen through the strategic exploitation of retail loopholes. By purchasing goods at a discount from stores facing bankruptcy, Walton was able to offer these products at significantly lower prices than suggested by the manufacturers, MSRP, thereby gaining a competitive edge in the market. This practice, while entirely legal, sparked debates over its ethical implications, particularly concerning the impact on competing businesses and the broader consequences for market competition and fairness. Walton's approach laid the foundation for Walmart's pricing strategy, emphasizing affordability and accessibility, yet it also foreshadowed future controversies regarding the company's market practices. Number 3. Labor practices and unionization efforts. Under Sam Walton's leadership, Walmart's labor practices became a focal point of contention, notably the company's staunch opposition to unionization. Throughout the latter half of the 20th century, Walmart employed a variety of strategies to discourage union activity among its employees, ranging from subtle discouragement to alleged intimidation and retaliation against those showing interest in organizing. This anti-union stance led to numerous legal confrontations and a wave of public backlash, raising critical questions about Walton's commitment to employee welfare and the ethical considerations of Walmart's labor policies. The tension between Walmart's efficiency-driven business model and the rights of its workforce remains a contentious aspect of its legacy. Number 4. A foundation built on early challenges and opportunistic growth. Sam Walton's journey to retail dominance was not without its setbacks. Following World War II, Walton invested in a Ben Franklin variety store in Newport, Arkansas, leveraging both a loan and his personal savings. This initial venture flourished, but Walton soon encountered a significant challenge: the loss of his store's lease, a critical learning moment that underscored the importance of real estate in retail. This incident didn't deter Walton; instead, it fueled his determination and strategic foresight, teaching him invaluable lessons in resilience and business planning that would inform his approach to the expansion of Walmart. Walton's ability to turn early challenges into opportunities for growth laid the groundwork for the retail empire Walmart would become. Number 5. Personal tragedy and legal controversies in the family. The personal tragedies and legal controversies surrounding the Walton family, particularly those involving Alice Walton, Sam Walton's daughter, have indeed cast a long shadow over the family's vast business achievements. Alice Walton's series of car accidents, especially the fatal one in 1989 that resulted in the death of a pedestrian, has been a focal point of public and media scrutiny. This incident occurred on a Texas highway when Alice Walton's vehicle collided with 50-year-old Oleta Hardin, who was crossing the street. Despite the tragic outcome, no charges were filed against Walton in connection with Hardin's death, a decision that raised questions about the influence of wealth and power in the judicial process. Further complicating Alice Walton's legal troubles were her DUI charges, with incidents recorded in 1998 and again in 2011. The latter occurred after she was pulled over by Texas state troopers for speeding and failed a field sobriety test. Despite these legal issues, the outcomes have often been viewed as lenient, with critics pointing to the Walton family's wealth as a possible mitigating factor in how these cases were resolved. For example, in the 2011 DUI charge, Alice Walton was released on bond, and the case did not lead to significant legal repercussions. Number 6. John T. Walton, a legacy beyond Walmart. John T. Walton, son of Walmart founder Sam Walton, was more than an heir, he was a visionary in his own right, particularly in the field of education reform. Born in 1946, John served as a Green Beret medic during the Vietnam War, showcasing his bravery and commitment to service early on. After the war, his entrepreneurial spirit led him to invest in technology startups and engage in philanthropy with a strong focus on improving U.S. education through charter schools and voucher programs. His sudden death in a plane crash in 2005 ended a life of adventure in philanthropy, but his legacy lives on through the Walton Family Foundation's ongoing efforts in education reform. John's belief in the transformative power of education continues to impact many, making his legacy distinct from the Walmart empire. Number 7. Anti-competition accusations. With Walmart's relentless expansion under Walton's leadership, small businesses and community leaders accused the retail behemoth of anti-competitive practices designed to monopolize the retail market. Critics pointed to Walmart's aggressive pricing strategies, which small local businesses could not match, leading to numerous closures and the decimation of small-town commercial districts throughout the 1980s and 1990s. The debate centered on the balance between consumer benefits, such as lower prices, and the long-term impact on local economies and community diversity, with many arguing that Walmart's practices eroded the fabric of small-town America. Number 8. Innovation or exploitation? Sam Walton was a pioneer in retail, credited with numerous innovations, including the introduction of the Walmart Supercenter in the 1980s, which combined a supermarket with general merchandise to offer a one-stop shopping experience. However, critics argue that some of Walton's business innovations came at the expense of labor rights and fair supplier practices. For example, Walmart's emphasis on low prices was partly achieved by exerting immense pressure on suppliers to cut costs, a practice that sometimes led to compromised labor standards at manufacturing facilities. The debate over whether Walton's contributions to retail were genuinely innovative or exploitative continues to be a point of discussion among economists and industry analysts. Number 9. A Philanthropy Paradox. The Walton family, through entities like the Walton Family Foundation established in 1987, has donated billions to various causes, including education reform, environmental conservation, and community development. Despite these contributions, critics argue that the scale of the Walton family's philanthropy does not match their vast wealth, estimated at over $150 billion among the heirs. Furthermore, some suggest that their charitable activities, particularly in education, serve to further their own ideological and business interests by promoting charter schools and school choice initiatives. This has led to discussions about the role of philanthropy in addressing systemic inequalities and the responsibilities of the ultra-wealthy in society. Number 10. The legacy of a frugal billionaire. Sam Walton's frugality, despite his immense wealth, became legendary. He drove a 1979 Ford F-150 pickup truck and eschewed the luxury lifestyle typical of billionaires. This personal ethos mirrored his business philosophy, which emphasized efficiency, cost-cutting, and value to the customer above all. Walton's approach to wealth and spending has been celebrated as an embodiment of his commitment to the principles of hard work, modesty, and thrift. However, this aspect of his legacy also invites reflection on the broader implications of wealth accumulation and the societal responsibilities of the ultra-wealthy. Walton's life story challenges us to consider the balance between personal frugality and the ethical use of vast resources in addressing social and economic disparities.